formulas. All I know is formulas. I can help it that I'm good. I don't mean to hurt you. I listened to this song and now I can't go wrong. You thought I was weak in math, but I am really strong. It's time for the circle. Please be prepared. The area equals pi times the radius squared. Don't forget the diameter goes all the way across. Pass it before you use it or you're gonna be lost. Okay, we're gonna do one more or you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Miss Kearney here. Thank you all for tuning in to the SL Game Show. Excuse me, it is not the SL Game Show. It is the Kearney Game Show. Thank you all for tuning into the Kearney Math Show today. On today's episode of the Kearney Math Show, we are going to be featuring circles. And we're going to be taking what we learned yesterday about area and perimeter and applying that to circles. So before we get started, go ahead and write at the top of your mini lesson. This is entry number 2. And go ahead and read. You've got 2 learning goals for today. So go ahead and read both learning goals for me. All right, excellent. So today's learning goals are by the end of today, I want you to be able to look at a circle and tell me the different parts of the circle and then be able to tell me how to find the perimeter of that circle and how to find the area of that circle. So before we get started, let's talk about some important pieces that you're going to need to know. Today, we're going to be introducing something called pi. And when I say pi, it's not pie that you eat. It's food for your brain, for your math brain. So pi is a math symbol that is spelled like pi, but without an E. So it's P-I. And it's represented using this Greek symbol. Okay? And pi is the ratio. So it's the ratio that compares a circle's circumference to its diameter. Okay? So that means and I'm going to give you a number. Pi is actually a number. And when I give you this number, that means that the distance around a circle is this number of times compared to its diameter. And you may not know what diameter and circumference, those things are, but we're going to talk about that today. So one big thing that I want you to note right now is simply that pi is approximately equal to 3.14. Now, you notice that my equal sign looks squiggly because it's not exactly equal to 3.14. It's approximately equal to 3.14. So today when we use pi, there are a couple of things. You can either use your pi key on your calculator, which I can show you when you come to me. You can use 3.14, which is an approximation, or you can use 22/7, which is also an approximation of pi. Okay? So we're going to use pi to find a circle circumference and its area. So first of all, you keep hearing me say that really big word, circumference. Okay? Circumference, guys, is just a really fancy word for saying the perimeter of a circle. The circumference is the distance around the outside of a circle. So circumference is the distance. Let me write a different color so we don't. So the distance around the outside of a circle. Okay, so it's the perimeter around the outside. So anytime you're asked to find something about the outside of a circle, you're looking for a circle circumference. Okay, so before we get into that, what I'd like for us to do is let's just talk about a circle. Okay. A circle has a center, okay? And if you draw a line from the center to the outside, so that basically measures half of the distance of a circle, that is known as the circle's radius. Okay, a radius is the measurement of half of a circle, the halfway across a circle. So from one side to the middle, to the center of that circle. Now, if you were to draw a line all the way across a circle, that measures the total distance from one side to the other, that is known as the diameter. Okay, so the radius is half of the circle, the diameter is all the way across, and the middle is called the center. So we have the radius is half, diameter is all the way across. So you're going to want to use those, and a lot of times we usually call radius R, and we call the diameter D. Okay, so be used to, so we've got R is the radius, D is the diameter, and when we say pi, we mean approximately 3.14, okay? So let's talk about how we find the circumference of a circle. Your formula for circumference of a circle, C stands for circumference. So to find the circumference, what you're going to do is C equals, you're going to take pi, which we said was 3.14, and multiply times D. That's it, guys. That's how easy it is. We're just multiplying 3.14 times the diameter. Now, sometimes Miss Kearney sometimes forgets my formula, so I have to think of really silly ways to help me remember. So when I look at this formula, I remember C equals pi times diameter. What helps me remember it is I say chocolate pie is delicious. So C equals pi times diameter. C equals pi D. So chocolate pie is delicious. Okay? So let's do a problem so you can see just how easy this is. Number one right here, it says find the circumference. So I want to know the circumference. I want to know the C. So my formula is C equals pi times diameter. Chocolate pie is delicious. And then I'm just going to plug in what I know. Do I know this? Do I know the circumference yet? No, so I'm just going to leave C there. Do I know what pi could equal? Yeah, we said pi was approximately 3.14. And then do I know the diameter? So I want you to look at this problem, okay? And go back up to the top. And what did we say that 6 is? That 6 isn't the diameter. The diameter measures all the way across. So that 6 is the radius. So if I know that halfway across is 6, and that means this half would be 6, so what does that mean the whole thing would be? That's right, 12. So I'm going to do pi times the diameter. So I'm going to grab my calculator, and I'm going to do 3.14 times 12, and I get approximately, that C approximately equals 37.68 meters. Okay, so C equals, we do 3.14 times the diameter. Okay, let's do another one. Let's come down here to number 3. Okay, number 3, it says find the circumference. My formula is C equals pi times diameter. So do I know the C yet? Not for this one. I'm finding the C. So we're going to leave C. What do we say pi was? 3.14. And then in this problem, what is my diameter? What's the diameter of my circle? And the diameter we said was all the way across. So all the way across would be 10. So I do 3.14 times the diameter of 10, and I get the circumference approximately equals 31.4 meters. Okay? So what we're doing is we're doing the circumference times the circumference is pi times diameter. Okay? Now, if you come back up here to number 2, notice that they give you it in not a picture, but words. They give you the radius is 9.7. So my formula C equals pi times diameter. What can I do if I have a circle and the radius is 9.7? Can you use that to find the diameter? If the radius is halfway across, that means 9.7. If I want the whole thing, I could just simply do 9.7 times 2. So my diameter would be 19.4. So the whole way across would be 19.4. And then I can use that to plug into my formula. Okay? So you can come back and do number 3 and 4 in just a moment. Let's skip ahead to the right side of your paper where it goes over the area. So now we just talked about circumference. Circumference was the distance around the outside of a circle. The area is the inside. Now to find the area of a circle, the formula is going to be this. A for area equals pi times radius times radius. Or some people like to say, you heard it in the video, area equals pi times radius squared. Now radius squared is the same thing as radius times radius. Now the reason why Miss Kearney usually says it like this is because how I remember circumference and area to keep them different. Remember I said circumference, chocolate pie is delicious. I remember it by saying apple for A, pie for pie, really rocks. So apple pie really rocks. A equals pi times radius times radius. Okay, so let's look at number one. Number one, it says write the formula. So my formula we said is A equals area equals pi times radius. Apple pie really rocks. Area starts with an A, so does apple. And now we're going to substitute in. So A, we don't know the area yet. We know that pi is approximately 3.14 times, and we said the radius was 4, times the radius is 4. So 3.14 times 4 times 4, and we get our area is approximately equal to 50.24 inches squared. Okay? So my formula is simply area equals pi times radius times radius. I'm going to do one more with you. Last one I'm going to do is number 4. Okay? And the number 4 is a little different because they give it to you in words. So they said find the area. So area is A equals pi times radius. So I'm going to do A equals pi, we said was 3.14. Oh, this problem tells me to use 22 over 7 for pi. Okay, so I'm going to put 22 over 7, use that for pi, times the radius. Well, they said that the diameter is 14. So that means if my diameter all the way across is 14, what does that mean that halfway across would have to be? That's right, 7. So I do pi times 7 times 7. And then you would put that in your calculator and simplify your answer. Okay? So just to recap from today, what we've learned is how to find the area and the circumference of circles. To find the circumference, you're going to do pi times the diameter. And to find the area, you're going to do pi times the radius. Okay? And if at any point you have questions, go back and rewatch the video and come to my station with questions. So in the meantime, go back and try those practice problems that we skipped over. And then you can check the answer key to see if you're on track. All right? Good luck, guys. Peace out, Rainbow Trout. Love you, mean it. XOXO.